Hi, guys. Welcome back to Delusional Diaries Podcast. I'm Holly.
And I'm Jazz. Oh, guys, I just got off the phone with customer service. Like, I know a customer service rep hates to see me coming.
I hate to see you coming with a customer service rep on the phone.
Nothing is more frustrating. Okay, obviously I'm being dramatic, but like, it's so irritating sometimes. I totally get the frustration. No, you don't, because you're not waiting for whatever I'm waiting for, and you haven't gone through what I've gone through about this fucking item. Yes, like, can you like have... I can see how that is frustrating. That I can totally deal with. I completely understand the frustration. It's like the worst fucking line you can come at me with. It drives me crazy. Whatever. Anyways, I ordered a rug, paid for expedited shipping so I could like do my apartment tour. Said rug still isn't here. It's 6 days late. Like, I called previously, like, hey, just check it in here. Where is it at? No worries, ma'am. It will be there by end of day. That was multiple days ago. Then I called today. Like, oh, it'll be there in a few days from now. I'm like, what's the tracking number? Because this didn't come in my email. Whatever, look it up. 2 weeks from now is what it says. So I'm just being gaslit. So it's just frustrating being gaslit.
That's extremely annoying.
So I requested that refund and a manager to call me back because I want my fucking rug.
Yeah,
it's clearly nowhere. It's clearly never getting delivered. Which is just order a new one. Like, send me a new one.
Yeah.
It's not coming. Nobody's coming. I'm also like about to start my period, so I'm like really on edge.
Yeah.
Like last night, yesterday at 3 p.m. I had 2 ice cream bars.
Oh, okay.
That's how I know the period's coming.
Yeah.
And I'm like having hot flashes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm literally going through menopause.
Yeah. I was on my period for the first time. I was like, I've been feeling like, even like, I was very hungover this weekend, but besides that, like, I've been feeling like very nauseous. Like last night I convinced myself like that the chicken that we ate was not like the way it was thought. I was like, no, I got food poisoning. And I was like seriously sitting there. I'm like trying not to throw up. Like, obviously, like, I'm not hungover or anything. It's been like 2 days at this point. But Reed's like sitting there like, I'm fucking fine. Like, or the chicken wasn't poisoned, like whatever. Yeah. But my period has really been getting to me, and I've been bleeding a lot, actually using like fully going through tampons, which like hasn't happened in years. So.
Like, literally, I would get my period at Hallie's apartment. I'm like, do you have a tampon? No, I don't.
I
don't have those.
Yeah, very.
I had to start keeping them there.
It was extremely light compared to what it used to be. Like, I could put a regular size tampon in, leave it for like 8 hours. Like gross, but when I would take it out, it would be like full, but it wasn't like bleeding through. Like, I used to literally be like super tampon bled through in 2 hours, like literally. No,
that's how I was
through.
In high school. Yeah. Like, I literally would like I had to like get a special pass basically to go to the bathroom because I was bleeding so heavily constantly.
That's crazy.
Imagine me just being a man listening to our podcast.
I know. They would never.
What
was I going to say?
But guys, I just want to give a shout out to myself. I want to thank myself because I worked out 6 out of 7 days last week. I did 6 classes. I only skipped 1 day. That was Saturday because, take a day off, girl. Like, you deserve it. And rest is so important, but it just felt so good to wake up this past weekend and get some movement in, as Hallie would say.
Yeah, I've had fun having a workout buddy because usually I'm going by myself. So it's been very fun to go with somebody, except yesterday Jazz and I showed up to the class like literally when it started, and we didn't get to go next to each other because all the spots were full, which was kind of
so on us.
No,
we took a midday class and like we weren't gonna, like, we were like, oh, like we have to get up and go right now.
Yeah,
but guys, I talk this all the time now, but 21 seeds, shit built different. Okay, still not hungover, still haven't had a hangover, still haven't got sick, and I'll be honest, I've actually picked up the drinking a little bit. I haven't actually slowed down much. For a while there, it was mid. It was low. I was like giving like sober queen.
Yeah.
Not really, but like I picked it up a little bit. There's so much to celebrate, right? And like, do you have to celebrate with alcohol? Definitely not. But like, does it make the vibes a little bit better when like it's healthy type vibes of alcohol? Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's more fun. Like, I literally look forward to drinking and love it, but sometimes it's like I felt gross because like it was fashion week, and then like it was like a whole weekend this weekend, so it was just a lot of back-to-back events and stuff. This weekend I'm not going to drink, I say that, but I'm going to the Hamptons, so hopefully like nobody's gonna be around to drink, so I'm gonna hopefully just like rot and chill and like have a cute wholesome weekend. because we went really hard the last 2 weeks, like really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Hallie had a housewarming party this Friday.
Yeah.
So fun.
I blacked out, like straight up blacked out. It was like one of those things like I made me realize for like Jazz's wedding. It's like when I get really excited about things, I think I'm invincible, and everybody's like, let's do a shot. I'm like, yes, like let's do it. It's so fun.
Like, you are a yes man.
And I'll put myself into a fucking coma, which I did. Blacked out in my bed,
No,
like
guys,
whatever.
I was searching for Hallie and searching high and low. I'm like, did she just like leave? Because like I was like,
I like ran away.
I was like, did she just like, go get something? Did she get like want sweet green? Like I'm like, why? Where's
it was
she
like
at?
11 p.m.
I'm like searching for her high and low. Everyone, I'm like, Reed, have you seen Hallie? Because she's not here. And he's like, not even in the bedroom. I'm like, I checked there. I'm like, I go to check back. Opposite side of the bed, like when you walk in, like over here by the shoes on the floor, like literally giving full mummy, like arms crossed her
I
chest.
went to sleep.
Insert
I was
photo
done.
here.
Yeah, I was fully done. And honestly, thank God. I kind of like, I'm like, you know what? I think myself knew I was like blacked out, and it was like, it was
me. It was time to put
she
yourself
was
to
like,
bed.
you're going to embarrass yourself if you step one more foot around anybody. So like, just excuse yourself. And I'm so glad I did that, because I could not imagine the anxiety of if I had continued to party, what I would have done. Like, I feel like I would have been like just saying and doing horrible things. Like, I don't know. So, yeah, but apparently everybody had fun. I kind of missed part of my housewarming party because I fell asleep halfway through it, but I had fun until I didn't.
She was a great host.
But then I was very hungover.
She was so hungover the next day. Like, we go to get in line for breakfast, and she was sitting on that stoop.
Yeah, I puked on the street multiple times. Well, and then I puked on the street once in the morning, and then like I tried to really rally. Reed's friend was visiting, so I was like, okay, like usually I'd be like, I'm done, I'm not going out, like whatever. But because his friend was visiting, I was like, okay, like I can't, like,
yeah, you
I gotta rally, you know. Like, obviously I'd be annoyed if like we had plans to go out like on Saturday night and Reed was like, I'm too hungover, you know, even though I really was. I'd be like, you fucking bitch. So I was like really rallying, but then I like was standing in front of this bar, and Jazz and Kevin were there, but they had just left, and we were like waiting for an Uber, and Reed was like waiting. He had a tab, so he was like waiting for them to come close him out. And I like stand up, and I'd had like one drink, and I kind of thought I felt better until I stood up. Because I was trying to do a little hair of the dog, and I'm telling you, it was like I could feel like literally the puke coming up. So I'm like, I literally just run across the street. I'm like standing against this tree, like whatever, because the bar is like an outdoor bar too. And I guess these girls, like, I think they just had my best interest, and like I'm not hating on them, but they like went up to Reed and they were like, "You're a really bad boyfriend," and they were, I'm like, okay. They were basically like calling him out and being like, why aren't you helping her? Why aren't you like going and like getting her like water or fries or like whatever?
Fries?
I don't know. Yeah. Which it reads like, do you know how long it would take for me to order her fries and like whatever right now? Like, but regardless, I was like, and I understand like whatever, but I personally, like, this is just maybe a me thing. If I'm puking, I don't care how close you are to me. Like, I need everyone to go away from me because I just need to like convulse and let it out.
Yeah, that's so you.
I don't want somebody holding my hair, I think would just make me feel worse because I almost like feel like I'd not be able to puke even though I need to puke so bad. Do you know? It's like,
yeah, I feel like you really only want someone around you, or like it makes sense that someone around you when you're like fucked up and puking.
Yeah.
Like if you're like just like puking
Sick.
on the regular, like
Yeah.
in the middle of the day, like sober, like why would you want someone near you?
Yeah. Well, also, this is my thing. Like, I am not a puker. It happens very, very rarely for me. Like, I puke probably, like, I was saying this, like, I have a hangover like that, which is really the only time I puke. I haven't got, like, knock on wood, the stomach bug where I'm, like, sick like that in, like, years and years and years. So, really, the only time I'm puking is hungover. And it's, like, literally maybe 2 times a year. It's just, like, not super common for me. So, I was bound to have it happen because I haven't had it happen once this year. But I'm not a good puker, you know? I feel like
I'm a great puker.
No, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't come up easy for me. Like, I have to be like so down bad horrendously to be puking. Like, it is extreme. Like, I can't pull trig no matter.
I think it was my bulimia.
Yeah, maybe. Literally, because I can't do that. I cannot. There's no way in hell. Like right now, if you paid me $1 million to go make myself puke, it does not matter how far I shove my fingers down my throat. It does not matter. I would not be able to do
no
it.
gag reflex.
No, I do have a gag reflex though, but
kidding.
I don't know. I can't make myself puke, so I'm not a good puker. I'm not like skilled at it. You are like you.
Yes.
Jazz can just be like, I don't feel good, like vomit.
Yeah. It's yak.
Which is like it's good, not bulimia, but like it's a good trait to
I
have.
don't have that anymore.
No, yeah.
Just for the record.
Yeah.
It kind of sticks with you though, because like the teeth thing.
Yeah, but it's nice if you don't the teeth thing. if you don't feel good, it's nice to just be able to like be like, okay, let me go make myself feel better and throw up. Like I can't do that. I'll just raw it with my stomach hurting.
And you know what you said to me that was really like, just like so validating for me, and I wish I could just play it back whenever I needed it. She was like, I don't know how you do this.
Well, because Chaz would be like still down to go out. And it's like, if I felt so horrible like I did, like, and if she was feeling the same way, which I'm assuming you are, it's like, I don't know how. It does not matter what level of motivated I was for dick, guys, whatever. Like, I could not physically do it. So it's like so impressive that you were able to like push through that feeling.
I don't have that anymore.
No, obviously.
At all, actually. But the possibilities before were endless.
Yeah.
I was like, if I don't go out with like all my friends, they're going to meet Frank Ocean. They're going to meet Taylor Swift. They're going to get a private concert. I don't have that mindset anymore, but I did used to have it.
No, yeah.
Because like, I would have been so upset had those things happened without me around.
Yeah. I still have the FOMO, like in that regard. I'm just like, oh, they're gonna have such a fun time and I'm not gonna be there and it's gonna be so upsetting. Like I can't get past that. But like in terms of like, I feel like I was like, we were both kind of motivated, like, oh, what if we meet a boyfriend tonight? You know,
Dead
whatever.
ass.
Obviously I don't feel that way anymore.
Guys, I went to the podiatrist. I have bunions. I have toenails that are growing inward. I have great feet. Like they like look good. Mm-hmm. Like say they look good.
Yeah, they do. They are good feet.
No, but I just like, apparently I walk like this and my entire feet are like caving inward. My arches are starting to really hurt. I'm like in a lot of pain. It's like causing back pain, whatever. I made a podiatrist appointment and I'm getting custom arches for my feet now. And he also like shaved my toenails. And he's like, you can avoid surgery if you just walk with these new custom things.
So you put them in every shoe?
Yes, I got like mini ones that can fit in heels.
Oh, cute.
Mm-hmm. So very excited about that because, you know, health is important.
Love
and like,
that.
I just like bunion surgery at my bold age of 27 is not for me. Elective surgery, give me all of it. That I'd rather not.
Bunion surgery. Bunion's just the worst word ever.
It really is. It gives me the same vibe as like moist.
Yeah.
Like I just don't like to hear either of those words.
Yeah, not great.
Our New Year's resolutions were, do you remember what yours were like as a whole or no?
No.
Because like I'm just curious. Like it's September. I'm like, how are we doing? I know like one of ours was like explaining ourselves less.
Yeah, I actually do remember one of my New Year's resolution was to stop talking about Reed. To every person I knew. That was before. And then literally I remember I was like, it was New Year's Day. I was like, all right, like New Year's resolution starts. Like I'm not going to complain about him anymore. Like whatever. Because I was always just like, why did he break up with me? Anyway, and then January 2nd, he reached out to me. So actually, I think he reached out on the night of the 1st, and then I spoke to him on the 2nd. Anyway, so that did not last more than a couple hours, unfortunately. I did stop complaining about him, I guess. Talking about him, no. Anyway, yeah, that was my New Year's resolution, which is really funny.
I wonder what the rest of mine were.
I don't
remember.
know.
I know like one was really explaining myself less, and I feel like I have done that to certain extent. Like I used to like be replying to every comment, like getting the little Twitter finger wars on TikTok, but now I just hit the block button.
Yeah, I've been blocking a lot more. I just feel like also then blocking is like they just make a new account, or it's not even the new account, but then they like, I don't like to block unless it's completely unnecessary. Like if it's somebody's just like, you're fucking ugly. Okay, you're blocked. I
feel like if someone gets blocked, they assume like, oh, I really bothered them. That's why they blocked me. It's like, no, it's just like, you don't deserve to be here.
Yeah, I get that. I don't know.
I'm still getting threats if you guys were wondering. She probably fucking watches this shit.
This girl's crazy.
This bitch, and I will say this bitch with my full chest, literally like posting my address places, like sending me more threats, like first and last name, like everywhere. I'm like, girl, like please,
yeah, it's
like leave
insane.
me alone. Like I'm actually like, getting a little bit scared, like low key. So I'm like just documenting all this in case it like goes awry.
No, I know. I was like, she like was tagging me and stuff, and I'm like, I'm so confused. Like it's very weird. I don't know. Again, she found my phone number and texted me about Jazz. I don't know why she is so pressed about you.
I don't know what I did.
I don't know what you did either.
Also I bought 2 wedding dresses.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm so excited. I mentioned like last week that I hate going in stores, but I went into one more store this past week with Hallie and tried on a couple of dresses and got 2 of them that I really like. So I'm really excited.
So exciting. I feel like there's a lot of wedding drama on TikTok.
Oh my God. Yeah. That girl who like overstayed her welcome.
Can you explain what happened? I really haven't watched many of the videos, but I understand kind of what's happening. But
I low key hate like having to explain things. I feel like I only know like, it's almost like when there's a good drama situation, like from your perspective that you like lived, it's like people explain it without having the full information. So I don't like to do that because I'm like, how bad am I to relay information without actually like checking shit, like getting the full story?
Yeah.
Because I would hate when people do that to you.
Yeah,
so
people
it's like,
do
you know
that.
What? I don't want to contribute to that. But
just, okay,
look it up on your own.
It's a game of telephone, I feel like.
That's
you know what I'm saying? It's like
exactly.
he said, she said. Essentially, I think the gist, look it up on your own, but was like,
do your own research.
She overstayed.
It's like voting. It's like do your own research, but like also vote for Kamala, you know?
Please. But she like overstayed her welcome, and then she was like getting in the photos of like the first look and things like that.
And a bunch of stuff. And apparently like someone had to ask her to leave and she like didn't want to, and like she was like escorted to leave. From my understanding, again, I could be totally wrong.
Did she expose the story on TikTok herself?
No, someone else did. And then
called her out.
I saw someone else post a video like, oh, I also had this makeup artist. She did this to me too. But she put out an apology. I didn't watch it personally. I haven't seen it on my For You page, but I saw like video. I like hate a drama page like who like recaps things. Like it's important to recap, but also like I hate that because recappers will leave out vital information that you need to like have an opinion.
I agree. Yeah, I think it's hard, obviously. I feel like she seemed like she had good intentions. Granted, the videos that I was seeing about her apology were all just coming at her and they're like, you're gaslighting us, like, da-da-da. And it was like, maybe I'm like, are you guys just not willing to accept her apology no matter what she said? Or again, I didn't watch it, so I don't really know if like
know what happened,
it
but,
was
like,
valid.
I could totally see like the frustration of like feeling like you're like someone like came at your wedding day and like made it like.
Yeah, I mean, obviously super weird. It depends on like, we were talking about this, like, because I feel like some people do have makeup artists.
This was actually, you know what, I'm gonna sit up for this because this was actually like, I've never been more like what the fuck at Kevin in my life. Okay, like I've never been like, what is going on up here, sir? Like knock did he take something? Like why is he like this? Like I'm so pressed about this.
Yeah,
sorry, just had to get that like out there. But we were in the car, we were going to, you go ahead, sorry, I just had to, I'm really passionate about how I felt about this.
No, yeah, we were just discussing this kind of in the car, like going to a bar, and we were kind of like, well, I guess it depends, like, you know, if a makeup artist, some people might have a makeup artist stay, and I was asking her, like, if you have a makeup artist, would you have them stay, or like, you know, to like, if you maybe want to do a little bit of a darker eye look for like the party part, or like if you want, you know, them to touch up your makeup, because like obviously you're taking photos all throughout the night, your makeup might look a little fucking busted when you do it at 2 p.m. and then it's like now like 9 p.m. you know, you might want a little powder.
And by the way, like me and Hallie talk like in our own world with Kevin like around all the time. He never chimes in, okay? He so confidently, he's like, well, like when you're done, like you leave.
He's like, the makeup artist is done before the ceremony even starts.
Like,
and
they leave. And I'm like, I look at him like he literally shot a puppy. I'm like, of all things to chime in on, like that's what you feel passionate about and confident about speaking about. I'm like, how many weddings have you been to? And he's like, the ones with you and my brothers.
And you're like, when would you have gotten this qualification to know this?
And he's like, I wouldn't know. I'm like, you're admitting you wouldn't know. But he was like, no, like you leave when you're done. I'm like, what if you get things shut? Like we're bringing up, me and Hallie bringing up all these good points. He's like, no.
Because I feel like there's definitely weddings that makeup artists stay at.
I'm looking back at this right now, like in my head, I'm like, was he fucking with us? Because I'm like, there's no way he was this passionate about this. I'm like, confident. Sorry, she's getting her food.
Sorry.
No, you're so fine.
But I guess moral of the story, I do think that there are people that have makeup artists that stay. I think it's normal. I just think that at that wedding specifically, I don't think that she was supposed to stay. And even if she was, it is bizarre to be getting in photos like you're not part of the wedding just because you did makeup.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be
like
in
if you
photos.
stay, like just like stay in your own lane.
Yeah. Like watch from afar. I don't know.
Yeah. But if I have someone, they will be staying.
Yeah.
I'm like, touch my face. The fuck?
Yeah, I completely agree. I also
not like the whole time, but like, I'm sorry, if you're taking pictures, you're getting ready like 10 in the morning.
No, I agree.
You're not by 6. Yeah, your face might look a little something something.
You could also change up like the look. Like I don't know. You could add a wing liner for night. Also, speaking of TikTok, I've seen this trend going around, the casual trend or whatever. That's like the Chapel Rowan song.
Knee deep in the passenger seat and he's eating me out. Is it casual now? And I was just hoping you were gonna harmonize with me. Oh,
sorry. I don't really. I only know those words and that's it. I don't know the rest of the song.
I could have those words. Okay, let's try again.
Knee deep in the passenger seat and he's eating me out.
Is it casual?
Is it casual now? I'm like, I don't know the words. Yeah, that trend has been like, it started kind of funny. I saw some videos. It was like, oh, casual things me and my husband. It's like nothing, like whatever. And it's like a little funny story and that's cute. And I think there's a lot of people that like that is like whatever, but it has become the most like, some of you guys need to calm down. Like it is literally like within the first date, he met my entire family, proposed to me in front of them, and we got married that night. And you're like,
yeah.
And it's almost like I'm not coming at anybody who's done the trend. I think I've read them, they're funny.
But I did it early.
I didn't watch you do
putting
it.
Out there.
But I'm like if people are acting like, oh, if you didn't get married in the first 5 minutes of meeting, like not everybody is, but I'm just like saying like some of it's like almost become a little bit of a one-upping trend where it's like, all right, like.
Yeah. Also, some of them I saw was like, that's kind of scary.
No, I know.
Like they're like, I met him in Mexico in like at a bar and I was blacked out and they went home together and we've been together ever since. I'm like, that's giving like you're gonna get your kidneys like sold in the black market. Like I don't know. Like some of them were a little ooh.
Yeah. I mean, I think like obviously totally.
But everyone has their shit.
Totally cool. No, it's so great. Like if that works out, but also
But who am I to judge? Who are we to judge?
No, I'm not judging. It's just like also.
No, you haven't seen those videos?
I've heard that sound.
Yeah, it's just like he's like talking a bunch of sounds like who are we?
Oh
like,
yeah.
Whatever. Besides the point.
No, but I get that. But I just think like it's normal. I don't know. I saw like some girl that's like casual things that me and my boyfriend did before dating, and then she was like a lot. I guess I didn't know this wasn't normal. She's like, he made me suffer through 2 months of the talking stage before he asked me to be his girlfriend. I'm like,
it goes back to like we talked about this on like we did a podcast with someone else a couple days ago and it's not out yet, but like what is success like within a relationship? Like it can mean so many different things, and also like there's so many possibilities. There's no right or wrong way to do anything.
No, exactly. Like there's people who are together for like 20 years and they just don't want to get married, but they're still in, you would say, like a successful relationship just because it doesn't end in marriage.
There's people that date for a while and break up and have a little internet scandal and get back together, and like it works out. Like you never know.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about that with Peyton. Yeah, that's what was like.
Her podcast is called Note to Self. It'll be out in a few weeks, I think.
Yeah. But we were just like talking because she was like, she also broke up with her boyfriend and then got back together with him, and she was like, I don't know how to describe like because she's like, I always feel a little weird, like people think like, oh, how did you successfully get back together with your ex? And she's like, did I successfully get back together with my ex? And I'm like, I don't think there's like there shouldn't be a right or wrong. It's just like if it works for you and you're happy, that's really all that matters. I think even if you broke up again, if you were happy
for that time period, like
I think that's like successfully getting back together. It doesn't have to be like, because I almost feel that where I'm like, well, okay, when's my relationship valid? Because I almost feel like it's like, when are people ever going to accept, like, because people told me for so long, obviously, like, you're an idiot, like he doesn't love you, he's just using you, like truly I'm just over it at this point, because I'm like, do you think a man would actively pay rent and sign a lease with somebody that he fucking hated and wanted to die, like you all say? Like it's just odd to me. Like,
you know what does it for me? Like, yes, that's so validated. I'm not saying it's not, but like not the craziest part, but like the part where I'm like, what's the word? He was willing to get hated online and be recognizable as fuck and be written about in People and Us Weekly and like slandered everywhere. First, last name, LinkedIn, everything. Yeah. You don't choose to continue to be with someone like if you don't like them after that. Like, I'm sorry, like you just don't.
That
like,
would make you dip.
I'd be like, I'm gone. Like this is too much for me. Like if you're putting up with all of that, like whether you had fault in it or not, like that's someone that you love and care about beyond everything else.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, like, because it is, he doesn't even like to be online.
Period. And I'll say it even gave him extra points with me, because I'm like, you know, if you're not like I gotta get out of this shit.
Yeah. When
you're a normal person, like working a normal job and having like, and you know what, most of your coworkers might see you online. They might see you in an article. They might see you on a magazine or whatever, and you just like, that's my girl.
Yeah. It honestly is. That's valid. That
right
is
there.
Valid. It's so true. And it is like, I don't know. Cause like, I mean, I personally would be like really overwhelmed by that. And I don't know if I would stick around, obviously, like, cause I love him, but I'm just like, that is a good point. I had something I was going to say and I forgot.
Sorry. I just had to get that
out. No, it was going off of that. Like I don't know. Stuff. I'm not even I'm not acting like, oh, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say, he doesn't even like to be online. And like, I'm not trying to be like, Reed's famous, but he literally tells me like, oh yeah, I was just standing there and these girls were taking photos of me, like whatever, because I'm sure people see him and then they're like, oh my God, like sending it to their friends. Like that's like, whatever. So I feel like that's a lot, obviously, and he puts up with all of that. Regardless, doesn't matter.
But yeah, but the success thing, like I think with anything, whether it's even like a friendship, relationship, like anything in life, if you were good and happy and healthy in that time period, or like you've learned, who gives a shit? Like that's success right there, right there. Period. Point blank.
Yeah, I agree. Like I'm good, I'm happy, even though people think I'm not, or that I don't know, whatever. And that's all that matters. If people online don't like it, oh well. I've just kind of really had to accept that recently. I don't know.
Yeah, it goes back to like you know what you know, and that's enough. Oh my god, guys! If you guys didn't know me, Gleek, love Glee. We went out this weekend. We were at the bar. I'm like every song, and like if you're a Gleek, you get it. They did this song on Glee. I'm like whispering the like every single time. Turns out, Miss McGookin, older McGookin, watched a Glee. I had no idea she was a Glee, and so I was texting Mom about being a Glee, whatever. And guys, I'm not gonna say who, but we did see someone from Glee at the Aloe Gym, and I was gleeking actually.
Gleeking.
And literally, I'm like, you know what? That TikTok sound. Let's like, I need to talk to a gay person. I'm like, I need to talk to a Gleek because like, no one even knows who this man is, like, and how special and important he is to me.
No,
But,
I get that feeling where it's like you are fangirling and you like I'm with you. And
by the way, I didn't say shit. I never would have.
No, yeah.
But
no, I'm saying like in your head, you're like, oh my god, like we're standing next to da da da. That's how I would feel if we were standing next to like Jeffree Star, like a YouTuber or something that you don't care about.
Everyone has their people,
all.
and I'd be like,
and
I would like recognize Jeffree Star.
Okay, I'm just thinking of a YouTuber that you literally would be like, I have no idea who that is.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my god, you don't understand. Like this is so crazy, and you're like,
I literally had to text Eli because I'm like, I need to talk to a Gleek. Like seriously, so bad.
so funny.
I know I could have just texted your mom.
Yeah, my mom. I'm on the phone with her, and my mom was like texting Jazz, and my mom's like, my mom screams at the top of her lungs. My dad is like, what? Because my mom always does this. Like it's either like your dog died or like something so stupid and not important. And she's literally like,
honestly, me as fuck.
No, literally. She's like, what? Or my dad's like, what happened? She's like, Jazz met, da-da-da, like whatever. And then my dad's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like my dad like jumped out of his chair.
I didn't even meet him. I just like happened to see him.
Yeah.
In the same space. We shared. We were like a couple feet away from each other, which is like closer than I thought it would ever get. Yeah. If I'm being honest.
100%.
Like, that was this was one of the highlights of my career.
Oh my god. Yeah, the Aloe Gym's, it's fun and fresh. You see some cool people there.
Mm-hmm. So true. Also, guys, I got a Miss Pac-Man machine. Loving it.
Love that.
I want to turn the second bedroom into an arcade, but Kevin says it's too much.
I think you might regret that at some point when you're like, oh wait, what am I going to do with all of that? I don't know.
But I feel like at the point I move out of the city and move into a house, I can all go in the basement.
Yeah, that's so true.
See, I have a plan for everything.
Yeah.
Like imagine arguing with me. I always have a rebuttal.
Yeah. That's so, wow, rebuttal.
I use words.
I know, it just made me laugh. That's so funny. I wasn't trying to be condescending. Like,
yeah.
Big word. She goes,
She calls me stupid when we're off the camera.
I do not.
She calls me an idiot. She calls me dumb, like uneducated, all these things.
I don't.
I'm going to Tennessee this weekend.
Oh, that's so fun.
Pretty excited to go to Nashville.
So fun and fresh.
Yep.
Have you only been to Nashville once with me?
Yep, that's the only time I've been there.
It was a very quick trip, so I feel like
it wasn't. It rained most of the time, so like that wasn't ideal. But I'm excited. Me and Kevin are going. I don't know if I can. I'll be there. I'll be there already. I'm going on a brand trip with a brand.
Can you not say the brand?
I don't know. I probably can't. I'm going on a brand trip with Hellman's mayonnaise. Who would have thought? Not me. A while back. But I'm really excited. I use their mayonnaise whenever I make my ranch. If you guys haven't seen my ranch videos, they're on TikTok. Yeah, I'm really excited. We're going to like a Titans game.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's so fun. I want to go back to Nashville at some point and like do it right. I feel we did not do it. Well, we did it right. Like we had fun. It was just like a really quick trip. I'd like to go back for like a weekend and have some fun. Yeah. We were really hungover that trip also.
Guys, I literally like puked before I worked out class. It was terrible.
Yeah. Imagine like being that hungover and you have to wake up for a workout and you're like, the workout like kind of was not really a great, like it was just kind of like to wear the activewear and like lift your leg a little bit. But like even doing that was like not
tough for me at that point.
No, yeah. I remember we were like sitting in this corner and this girl came up and she was so sweet, like talking to us for a minute. And like, we're both just apologizing. We're like,
I'm so sorry.
So sorry. So hungover. Like we were like, oh my fucking God. Like
I know we were giving nothing.
yeah, like I'm like literally on zero.
She's so nice though.
Yeah.
And I always feel bad when that happens. Like I always feel bad when like I see someone like, or it's time to interact with someone like when I wasn't prepared for it. And I feel like I'm giving them nothing. They like, almost look disappointed. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, and it's not normally like this. And I feel like I'm so like apologetic. And just, I hate that feeling.
No, yeah. 100%. I'm so happy to meet anybody always or like have a conversation with anybody. But yeah, when you're like hungover and you're like literally actively holding back puke, you're like, I know I'm just not giving the energy that you know, people see you on TikTok when you're like not putting on a show, but being like, oh, hi guys.
But like when whatever. Like you have the energy prepared to like make something.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. Oh my purse just scared me.
My purse. Yeah, I bought this dog purse. If you guys have seen it, you know. Cute. I love it. It's so cute. It's from Tom Brown. I like had been wanting it for a while, and then Ella Emhoff, Kamala Harris's stepdaughter, my mom kept sending me, and my mom's like, you have to get this purse because it's a little dachshund. And I was walking past in Barney's and Hourglass are doing like a pop-up in Soho. I think it's a pop-up. Anyway, I think it's a pop-up. I don't know. It was really weird because when I was checking out, they were like, have you ever shopped with Hourglass before? But it was all Barney's. There was like...
Wait, I feel like this was Nara Smith like hosted something like with their collab because I saw an ad.
That would be on brand. For her, for sure. But yeah, there was like a little bit of Hourglass, but there was a lot of like more just designer Barney's stuff. But I saw they had the bag and I was like, okay, I need that. So I bought it and it's really cute and fun. And it's like, if you need attention, just like walk outside with that and like people will stop you and be like, where's your bag from? Like, oh my God. So if you look, that's the thing though. It's like, you can only carry that bag when you're like ready to have a conversation. Like if you're looking fucking fugly and you're like, please don't, I would never touch that bag. Cause like, when you just like look terrible and you like don't want somebody to come up to you.
I don't ever have that. I look good all the time.
You do.
I'm fully kidding.
No, you do.
But yeah, I know what you mean.
But yeah, so it's
the worst is like when someone's like, we take a picture. I'm like, I look like shit.
No, I was literally saying that the other day where I was like, I don't know when I think I was saying it on Becca Moore's podcast, but she was like this girl came up to me and like the sweetest girl. She had the best energy, like so sweet. I was so hungover though. And I was wearing a Dairy Boy like pajama set basically. And Reed and I had gotten in the car, drove to this one store. Reed like went to go park the car and I was like still on the street. So I'm like standing there waiting for him. And like, that's when I ran into her and she was so kind. But I mean, I'm not kidding. I'm like straight up in pajamas. I have not brushed my hair. I have like makeup crusted under my eyes. Like, I literally look horrible. And it's like, if Jazz pulled out her phone to take a photo of me, I would like 1-2 Mayweather knock the fuck out of you, be like, get that fucking out of my face, you know what I'm saying? Like, do not take a photo of me. But of course, like, it's like, I'm not gonna take away from this girl's experience if like she really wanted to meet me or something.
You'd also probably get canceled.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't want to be like, I would never be like, no, you can't take a photo with me. So I'm like, oh my God, of course, like whatever. But I'm like, this photo makes me want to die because like it's just the worst ever. And so I'm just sitting there like so hungover. But I will always take a photo with somebody. But that does like I am not a celebrity by any means or thinking I'm so cool. But that is literally the like thing in my head that every time I leave the house, I really try to kind of look okay. Cause I'm just like, what if somebody asked to take a photo with me and I look like shit?
Yeah.
And it's always when I'm dressed up and looking so cute and I'm like, hey, no,
Crickets.
buddy. No one wants to take a photo.
The way that this is set up right now, I feel like we're about to like give like a friendship breakup or like an apology video.
It kind of is giving that.
So normally we're so much further back.
Yeah, we are. And I kind of like that we're closer.
No, I do too. I'm just saying, I feel like it's like, guys, we made a mistake. And all you can do is learn from said mistakes. It's not about who you are. It's what you've done for others.
With what you do. I'm getting PRP today. I'm really excited. Basically, it's funny because like I've had under eye filler, lip filler, Botox. I probably got chin filler at one point. Anyway, I haven't gotten like any filler in my face. In my lips probably a year ago. Face like at least 2 years ago. And when I had the under eye filler, it was the best I've ever looked. Well, it wasn't because I didn't have chin lipo at that time. So, and like, by the way, BTW, nobody needs anything. I'm just trying to be honest and like transparent about what I've done. But I'm not telling you anybody.
She's just being real.
Anyway, I would not recommend, I would recommend I think chin filler can work for some people if you don't want to go the route of like a full chin implant. There's not really much room for it to like migrate, I feel like. So if you did need some chin projection, I'm not a person that you should be taking advice from, but I'm just saying like you could talk to, somebody you trust and an expert and like whatever. But ever since I got the chin lipo, I don't really feel like I don't know. I don't need the chin
implant.
Not implant, but projection as much. So whatever, it doesn't matter. But basically, the under eye filler I absolutely loved. I have like just really like hollow under eyes, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it always does bother me when I do my makeup. There's always like this like line where it's just like a really, really hollow, like where my bone is. And I have hated that for a while. And then I got the under eye filler. It looked gorgeous. Like everything was just filled out. My under eyes were so smooth. I always looked like I could be the most tired I've ever been in my life, and I would look so awake and like refreshed, and it looked really good. And then recently, like it's just, I've really realized like it is gone. Like there is no more. It is back to like pre under eye filler. So basically I've been like, and I was talking to my injector, and I didn't really want to do filler again, but I was like, she's like, no, I won't do filler. So I was like, okay, cool. So I was kind of thinking of a little solution, and I've heard of PRP. She suggested it to me, so I'm going to try it. Basically they do it all right there. I thought it was this thing that you would have to like, they take your blood and then you come back. Basically, they take your blood, they literally go whip your plasma out of it. It takes like 10 minutes, I guess. And then they basically inject your plasma into your face like filler. It's a lot more natural, and it takes a lot longer to see results. Like it's not going to be an immediate like, oh, you look perfect the next day, like whatever. But I'm really excited to try. And apparently you have to do it like 2 or 3 times. So it's going to be a little bit of a journey. I'll be posting it on TikTok. But I'm excited because I don't know, it's been bothering me for a minute. And so I'm excited to have like a natural solution that you don't have to worry about like filler migrating or something like that. So hopefully it works. I don't know.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I also might get the tiniest touch of lip filler on the sides of my lips because I don't know. I just like haven't done it in a minute, and like I kind of have been noticing it's like a little thin on the sides. But I don't know. I used to get lip filler like kind of a lot. My lips were never like gigantic though, but they were definitely a lot bigger than they were now. But I used to, I feel like, get it like kind of often. I have not gotten it in like at least a year.
I would say they were large.
They what?
They were large.
They were larger, but I never thought they were like so large that it was like, oh my God, like they look terrible. Like I don't look back and think I got so much filler that I like regret it. But like I definitely probably went a little bit bigger than I would right now.
I like your lips now.
So the sides are a little bit thin. I wouldn't touch up here at all, like, or the bottom lip probably. Okay. It's literally just the sides. Like that's where I've always had the problem. They just like turn in a lot. Maybe I could just get a lip flip there. I just don't like the lip flip. I hate the feeling of the lip flip so much.
I mean, I always say everyone has their shit.
Yeah, I can't do that. Like, I mean, I can do it, but like, I remember I used to like get like kind of a lot of lip flip. Like, I would get like 8 units across the top lip, and I'm not kidding. Like, it doesn't work for me. It's just my lips are not like turned inward; they're just naturally thin. So like, it doesn't matter really. I mean, maybe on the sides it would work a little bit, but it just didn't work that great for me. And it would be like literally, I'd be trying to drink out of a straw. I'd be like it was so awful.
Yeah, it's always about doing what's best for you and your face.
Yeah, so excited for that.
I've had my face touched in a minute.
Yeah.
I was like letting it all come out of my face, like get it redone for the wedding, and I'm just like haven't gone back.
Yeah.
But it's like fine.
No, yeah, you look good.
Thank you. I want to get like my gums fixed again though, because like
a lip flip.
Yeah, because it's like it's given like chipmunk. But it's fine.
When you do that.
Yeah, but it's like that like.
Yeah, I get when you smile.
Like it's giving so much gum. Which is the whole reason I started getting it in the first place, but I just haven't gone back in a minute.
Yeah, see, that's when a lip flip works well, is if you have like a more gummy smile, then it like does, because it like doesn't allow your lips to do that. But that's not my problem. I just have literally naturally thin lips. Like my gums don't really show when I smile. It's literally just that my lips are actually thin, so I literally need the volume. That's why I need the filler. No, I don't need the filler. I just like it.
Yeah.
But also, my fucking Botox, like ever since I got punched, I'm not kidding, this side of my face like will not take to the Botox. Like it's actually like, I'm like, maybe I should go see like a neurologist or something. I don't know. It's really like, I don't know if that would be the right doctor, but it is very weird because like I'll get the Botox and like this side of my head's like not really moving, like whatever, frozen-ish. This side is straight up like full on movement, lines, everything, which isn't a problem. Like I don't know, but it's just the unevenness is I'm not loving. What are your plans for the holidays?
Like the holidays?
Yeah, it's kind of coming up soon.
I haven't given it much thought. I think Sorry. We're probably going to do what we did last year. It's like Thanksgiving at Kevin's. And then we'll do Christmas at Kevin's. And then we'll do the day after Christmas with my family.
Okay. Cute.
Yeah, 'cause my family does Christmas like the day after because my family comes in from Alaska and it's cheaper to fly on Christmas. So they normally fly on Christmas and then I fly the day after.
Okay.
So it's actually very convenient. So we don't have to split any time or whatever.
That's good.
Yeah. Short and sweet. Gonna get a lot of golf in over the holidays. I'm so excited for like because like Christmas Arizona, like it'll be like we can't golf here because it's like cold, you know.
Yeah.
We can golf in Arizona. I'll be crushing it. And I haven't golfed with my mom since I've gotten better at golf. So my mom golfs every day. So I'm really looking forward to show. Like I send her videos like whenever I golf because like she's like, oh my god, you're getting so much better.
That's fun.
So I can't wait to like golf with her and for her to like see my skills in person.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. What about you?
I don't know. I think we're gonna go to my house in Virginia for Thanksgiving. I haven't been back to my house in Virginia since, which for me, like I used to literally leave like and go back every month because it was like only 4 hours away. I haven't been back since last Christmas. So it's been, or like this, like 2023 Christmas, whatever. So I haven't been at all in the year of 2024. It'll be almost like a full year since I've gone back, which is like really crazy for me because usually I like go back a lot more frequently. But Reed's also never been to my house in Virginia. I've been to his in Wisconsin, and like my family has come up and visited us. He went to Michigan with me, but he's never been to my house in Virginia. So, and which I always forget. But definitely should probably get on that at some point. So it'll be like coming up on 2 years by the time he sees my house. With 6-week break. Anyway, but yeah, Virginia. And then I don't know what the Christmas plan is. He always goes to Minnesota. So I feel like we'll end up doing that. I don't want to fly with my dogs though, or just bring them to his grandma's just because it seems like a lot of chaos to like do that. So it kind of makes me sad though to not have my dogs on Christmas, but I might like go to my parents' house like the couple of days before Christmas, give my parents the dogs and like have my parents watch them while we go, and then like come back and like whatever. It'll be a whole shebang, but I don't want to like leave the dogs with like a dog sitter on, even though they love the dog sitter. But I feel bad using a dog sitter on Christmas just because I'm like, I don't want you to have to be watching my dogs while you're like trying to celebrate your holiday. And I also feel sad.
Yeah, I think we're going to bring both fucking dogs to Arizona.
Yeah.
Normally, I always bring Frank or Fitzy. I bring like one or the other, but I don't normally bring both. I haven't had to bring both because like last year, I brought...
Wasn't he already with your grandparents?
Yeah. Last year, my mom flew with Fitz. Like, she came to visit like earlier in the month and like flew with Fitz home to Arizona because I was coming there for Christmas anyway. And then I went back and got him later.
Yeah.
So like I never had to fly with two, and like granted we could do it because like Kevin, but like 2 dogs on a plane just sounds like
I've never flown with the dogs like ever, and it just scares me so bad. I'm like, I don't know. I just could see. I just it's like the crying baby thing. It's like, what if like I don't know you have because like,
well they both fly really good separately, and I know that, but I'm nervous they would try to play because like they're together, and like I don't want to not sit.
I just know Finley would be barking, and like I think Oslo would too. They'd be crying.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It scares me to test that out. Granted, the flight to Minnesota like isn't that
How far is it?
Probably 2 something
hours.
That's
nothing.
It's not that bad. So it's like you could push through and persevere through that. Because like obviously flying with them to like Arizona or LA
hours.
or something, that's long
that's
as fuck.
Why it's stressful.
So that would not be ideal. But I think I'm like maybe I could push through the flight with them. I don't know. Are they allowed to be out at the airport, like walking literally right through? Like, could you have them walking on the ground?
Yeah, I was on the leash. Like, someone might like. No one's ever yelled at me, but they can be like, oh, put them in their carrier, like when you're walking through the thing. But like, they normally don't give a shit. Like in the airport, on the plane is obviously different, but like in the airport itself, like you're normally totally fine.
Yeah. Okay. It just scares me. Like, what if they have to pee? Like,
there's dog stations within an airport, like where you can like let them out.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels a little stressful to me, but I mean, maybe that would be an easy-ish flight to test it out on because it is not too long, but I don't know. We'll see. I haven't really crossed that bridge yet, even though like I'm like, shit is coming up soon. Like we're coming up on the end of September. It's about to be October. And then like it's Halloween, then it's fucking Christmas, Thanksgiving. I do Christmas, Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Because, November 1st, it's like I just skip Thanksgiving entirely. It's just like Christmas, then Thanksgiving happens, and then it's like real Christmas.
Okay. There's also like my birthday's like there.
Of course. Yeah. Obviously.
Hopefully it's better this year.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
28. Oh, that
That's
just sounds
crazy.
horrible to say.
It's okay.
Like, I know it's not old. I know that. But, like 28 is like, oh my God.
Like a real adult.
Yeah, like, obviously, 27, like, it's like that too. But 28 something just seems, like, daunting about it.
Yeah, like late 20s.
Yeah. And then it's like, then I'm 29.
Yeah.
And then I'm 30.
Yeah. You got a ways to go.
And then I'm a mother.
You'll be at a very different stage of life by 30.
Do you think we'll still, like, be friends when I have children?
Yeah, obviously.
Like, we'll still, like, hang out?
Yeah, I'll
Like,
hang out with you.
would you, like, still invite me to the bar?
Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to come, I would. I don't think by the time you have a child, I'll be like raging maybe quite as hard if I'm at a
But
bar.
I'm saying if you're, like, gonna go to the bar for, like, the day, like, would you, like, invite me?
Yeah, of course. If you want to have a babysitter, absolutely. You're always welcome.
I don't want to be welcome. I want to be invited. There's a difference between being welcome and being invited.
You would
know
be
what I'm saying?
invited. You would be invited, obviously.
You don't think there's a difference?
No, I guess
There's a difference between being invited and being welcome.
Yeah, I will.
Like, you have those people that you would, like, let come.
Yeah,
And you have those people that you would invite to come.
I would obviously invite you to come.
Okay.
If you wanted to. I wouldn't try to force you if you were like, I'm fucking tired, I don't want to do this. But,
Yeah.
yeah, who knows? Maybe I would accidentally get pregnant and there we go.
I think people would actually think that we're sick in the head if
I
we
know.
had kids at the same time together.
I know. Well, I don't want a fucking kid, so we
Yeah.
don't have to worry about that. This is the thing, like, Reed's family was visiting, and like, his nephew was like around us, and I was like, oh, I could maybe do this. I'm like watching, I'm like, all right, like, period. And then I would have like one sip of alcohol at dinner, like we'd be at like a cute dinner, I'd be like drinking, and then it'd be like, oh, like, the baby's crying, you got to take him outside of the restaurant, which is like very normal, obviously.
Yeah.
I literally was sitting there, I was like, I cannot imagine when it's like the tipsy is rushing to your head and you're like getting a little bit like buzzed. I cannot imagine then having to like go take it. Oh, fuck no. Like, I don't know how. Seriously, like, I'm just incapable of doing things like while intoxicated. Like, even though I wasn't like intoxicated, I was like a tiny bit tipsy. But I think like genuinely, if I like had a kid for the first like at least year or so, like, while I had to take care of them, like, I absolutely would not even have a sip. I would not like wind down with a glass of wine. Like, not for me. Like, I would just like, I can't do it. Like, I just don't want to be bothered when I'm drinking at all.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I think I would just have to be like completely sober, obviously. I also don't really still understand how it works with like breastfeeding and being allowed to drink versus not. Cause it's like, if you are breastfeeding, I believe you cannot drink. Maybe I'm completely making that up, but it's like,
again, I could also totally be wrong, but I thought it was like after a certain time period, you'd like pump the alcohol out, like of like when you drink, like have it out of your system, and you have like good milk again. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how you time that though. Like, how do you know when it's fine? Like,
I haven't read that book.
Is your
yet.
baby just getting like fucking drunk? Like, I'm genuinely confused. Like, if you drank a bottle of wine and then your baby was like sucking on your tit.
But you would wait till like that was out of like your body.
But what if you didn't? Would your baby get drunk? Or would it just get sick? Or I don't understand how that works.
I guess it would depend on what you were drinking.
I guess, like, why can't you just have a glass of wine and then give it some fucking formula?
I mean, I guess you could.
Yeah.
It just depends like how you're like, what are we talking
Can
about?
you just give a baby formula like without ever weaning it onto it? Like, can you just like day one give it formula?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Is
sure
that
you
fine?
can. Like,
Okay.
People have formula babies. People can't like
No,
breastfeed.
I know some people can't breastfeed. I'm pretty sure I was a formula baby. Like, I think my mom had a really hard time breastfeeding me. And I think that I could be making this up. I'm really just playing a game of telephone, like spitballing some shit. But I believe I remember like I think on formula most of my life. And then they equated that. They were like, oh, because I had really bad asthma as a kid. And they were saying that like sometimes when you don't breastfeed, that can be a factor. Like that can bring it on.
Pros and cons to everything, like per usual.
Oh, 100%. I think there's absolutely no shame in the formula game.
I think I might have been a formula baby. How much did you weigh? Do you know?
I think little. I think like
I think skinny.
so tiny. No, I think like I don't know what's normal. Maybe like 7 pounds. I may be making that up though.
I think what the average is like 7 something. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I think I was on the smaller side. I know I had a gigantic head and I almost like killed my mother because it like tore through so bad. Like, yeah. Also, I was like watching a video about pushing and stuff, and they were like explaining how you do it.
Yeah.
And they were saying like that people always tell you that it's like when you're pooping, like that's the motion. But then some lady was like, no, that's not what you do at all. you basically like,
God, it's making me so
I know
terrified.
it's actually horrifying, but she was basically saying that it's like when you're doing like an ab curl and you like convulse like your stomach together, and that's the pushing motion. It has nothing to do with like down there. It's almost like your abdomen that you're like doing an ab crunch.
I genuinely don't know if I could give birth.
No, it's I could see you like scheduling a C-section, like,
I think
and
that,
and zero judgment.
here's the thing. I've always said this. I'm fairly confident my anxiety would get so bad towards the end of pregnancy, I would be put on bed rest, because like I would be like so like literally like what's it called? Like almost like locked syndrome, like where I think I would be like not okay mentally.
Yeah, I agree. I think
Like,
I'd be very
I would be
anxious.
overthinking to the max, and just like I would have to be like in bed, like no moving.
Well, people also when they're like, because you can really like anytime, I would say from like, I mean, you can obviously go into like very premature labor, but I would say anytime from like 35 weeks onward is like pretty normal. Like people have babies at 36, 37 weeks like all the time. Like that's like kind of fairly common, I would say. And, like a lot of people don't always make it to term. And I always like look at things like where it's like, if I was like having a baby with someone like and I was together with them and they like left me anytime during that last like weeks,
Yeah.
I literally would never, I would like never want them more than like a 10-minute phone call away from me. I don't care if you have to go on the most important work trip of your life. No, I'm not having a baby like by myself.
I would actually, I cannot imagine Kevin not being there. Like I'd be like, I can't have this kid. Like I would be so uncomfortable.
Yeah. I just think,
they'd be like, you're going to die if you don't push right now. And I'd be like, I can't, I won't do it.
no, I could do it by myself. Like I personally wouldn't want anybody in the room besides like, I guess if I had like a husband, like that's so far away from me. I can't even conceptualize it, but I would not want anybody else there.
Yeah, no, I would want Kevin for sure. And like if I was like chilling like on the epidural, like vibing, but like I wasn't dilated enough yet type of vibe, I'd like want to yap with you.
Yeah.
But like until like that baby's like coming, like I need to be entertained and like distracted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I get that. Yeah, I don't know.
But like the actual, oh God.
I think like, yeah, I'd be like very anxious. I was like at Pilates and this woman was pregnant every day, like in the Hamptons, like so violently pregnant. Like, and I was like, I remember I overheard her talking and somebody's like, when are you due? And she was like, oh, like in 5 days. And I was like, I cannot imagine, like, granted I would be, but I'm like, being at Pilates, like 5 days, like you could go, oh, like, how do you know when you're doing a little motion that you're doing just to start having contractions right then and there, like a little ab curl, like good Lord. But
oh my God, this is so
she's probably hella prepared to push. Like
this conversation is literally like starting to sweat.
no, I can't imagine.
Like how do I skip that part?
I think I don't know, I'm going to be wrong, but I feel like you can just schedule a C-section. Is that not right? Like, can you just be like, I don't want to do this, like, and make it
But
like,
you're awake for that. Like
No.
that would also,
you can't feel it. And there's like a curtain over you. I think that like,
I know, but
it's like a boob job, just the reverse. They're taking it out instead of putting it in.
I was asleep.
I think you could handle it. I really think you could.
I don't know.
You're like on laughing gas and stuff too. You're
I'm
not
just,
like,
so scared.
you don't feel it. I don't
know if I can do that part.
Yeah.
Like pregnancy, I think I'd crush it. Like I'd be chilling. The giving birth and post giving birth.
The wearing the diaper.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like being all like cracked out, like down there and everywhere, and like the blood and
the postpartum depression.
I already had the regular depression. I can't manage the post. You kidding me?
And then having to take care of a baby while you're depressed.
Yeah. And they just like bond and shit. Oh my God. Like I'm not ready to be a mother.
No.
Thank God I'm not pregnant.
Why? Like, I don't understand why it has to be that fucking difficult. Like, I don't know.
No, literally. And it's like crazy because like I'm a cunt on my period. Like that's just like how life is. I can't imagine me with pregnancy hormones
24/7. Yeah.
But like for 9 months, who made that timeline?
Who made that up?
Who made that timeline? Was it God?
Yeah. 9 months is crazy.
Like what?
9 months is long as
Like
fuck.
I can handle the no smoke. Hopefully, I'm kidding. I can handle the no smoking, the no drinking, the mood swings, like being fat, like being uncomfortable, all of that. I'm sorry, but for 9 months, like make it a reasonable timeline.
No, 9 months is very long. You have to get like new clothes, like because nothing fits you. It's just like, oh
and,
my
like, you're
God.
so swollen and.
the pregnancy nose and like all the people that
Guys,
I love my nose. I don't want.
I paid good money for this
Yeah.
nose. I'm so genuinely, so violently afraid of the day if it happens that I get pregnant.
Doesn't it go away though? The pregnancy nose, it doesn't stick with you.
People's look. I've seen a lot of videos. People like mine just kind
Never
of
went back?
chilled, like went down a little bit, and then it was like always different. I paid, and this is before I did social media. I saved up every dollar for years, okay, to get this baby. Are you kidding me?
A baby is gonna ruin that, literally. Yeah.
Fuck that. Fuck them kids. Seriously, fuck them kids. Like, what? No, thank you. And like, my lipo arms are not gonna be lipoing anymore. Like, my chin isn't gonna be chinning anymore. Like, my tits will be tittying even more than usual. Like,
Yeah.
oh my, no.
I know. I really just want to adopt. Like, I'm so good with that. Like, I don't know if I ever want to have a kid.
I want to be pregnant. I just don't want to like get it out of me.
I don't want to be pregnant. I
Not
don't.
right. Just in
Yeah.
life, maybe.
No, yeah. That sounds actually horrendous.
So hopefully this was some good birth control for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yeah, that just
episode.
really, I don't know why that just made it really real for me. Like, in
like-
my head, like I always just talk about those things and it's like, I can't imagine that actually happening to me. So it doesn't matter, but then it like does. And then you're like, well, not that it is happening to me. I'm not pregnant, nor do I want to be, but it's just, damn. Yeah, no.
I'm so fucking scared right now.
Yeah.
Like, I just really stress myself.
I know. Well, you got a while. You're okay.
I
We
know.
both have IUDs locked into us. Like,
No,
there's no
100%.
possibility of being pregnant.
But just like, I have like a headache now. I'm about to pass out. Okay. It's been so great chit-chatting, guys. Have a great day. Love you so much. Have a great week. We'll see you next week.
Follow us at Delusional Diaries
Podcast.
on Instagram and TikTok.
And give us 5 stars because we need it. we need the money.
For therapy. Literally.
All right.
Love ya.
Bye.
Bye.